بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Today our discussion is about al-Majaaz, about metaphorical usage of the term. Ayatollah Saad says, when there is a term which has a special link with a meaning, which is the real meaning of the term, by hearing the term, that meaning comes to our mind. And as you remember, he explains the link through the idea of association of the ideas, tada' al-ma'ani. So when you hear ma, water comes to your mind. Sometimes we go one step further. We use a term and with a kind of extension, we use it for a metaphorical meaning which has connection to the true or real meaning. And that real meaning also has connection to the term. Yes? So first, there is a link between the term and the real meaning, al-ma'na al-haqiqi, which is the meaning for which the term is coined. For example, you say Asad, and it brings to mind lion. But there is also a link between lion and a brave person. So we have two iqtiran, two links. In al-ma'na al-haqiqi, when you use it in the real sense, in the true sense, there is only one link. But in the other one, there are two links. Okay? We need, for ma'na al-haqiqi, nothing extra. Indeed, even we said, if you hear it from a machine, from a parrot, it comes to your mind. But for ma'na al-majazi, for the metaphorical meaning, in order to go one step further, we need qarina. There has to be a kind of evidence. And that evidence called as-sarifa, if you remember, al-qarinatu as-sarifa, from sarf. Because that evidence takes our attention from the true meaning to the metaphorical meaning. Because sarf in Arabic means to turn something into different path. Yeah? To direct it, to turn it around. This is the meaning of sarf. Yeah? Like al-musarf, we take one route and make different terms by taking different casts. So al-qarinatu as-sarifa is the one that takes you from, for example, lion into a brave person. For example, you say, Ra'aytu asadan fil hammam. I saw a lion in public bath. Everyone understands that this is not lion in its true sense, because lion is in jungle or forest or zoo, not in the hammam, in the public bath. So this is qarina, which is sarifa, means takes you away from true meaning to the metaphorical meaning. يكتسب اللفظ بسبب وضعه للمعنى الحقيقي صلاحية الدلالة على المعنى الحقيقي من أجل الاقتران الخاص بينهما The term, because of being designated for true meaning, gets salahiyya, means qualification. It becomes qualified for indicating true meaning because of the specific connection between them, between the term and ma'na al-haqiqi. So, wad' creates al-iqtiran, a special connection, relation between the term and meaning. كما يكتسب صلاحية الدلالة على كل معنى مقترن بالمعنى الحقيقي اقترانا خاصا. In a similar way, the term can be qualified for indicating any meaning which is connected to the true meaning. A kind of connection has to be there. Like metaphorical meanings which are similar. You know, you cannot use Asad and mean something which has nothing to do with lion. You can use it for brave person because bravery is common. Yeah? You cannot say this person is lion and you mean, for example, by lion that he studies well. To study well, it's not related to lion. But bravery is related. There must be a connection, yeah? You cannot use anything in anything metaphorically. It has to be a connection. غير أنها صلاحية بدرجة أضعف. But the thing is that this second qualification, this second suitableness, we can say, what we can say? Suitableness? Suitability? This second one is weaker. So there was one salahiyya, the term was entitled or qualified to indicate ma'na al-haqiqi because there was a iqtiran, connection. Then ma'na al-haqiqi again had connection with ma'na al-majazi. It means that from the term up to ma'na al-majazi, you need two steps. Yeah, you have to go one. So this is weaker. You need extra effort. If you want to use it for ma'na al-haqiqi, you need less efforts, less intervention. غير أنها صلاحية بدرجة أضعف. So they are similar in the sense that the term has ability to indicate another meaning, but this one is weaker. لأنها تقوم على أساس مجموع اقترانين. Because this salahiyya depends on having two iqtiran together. Two steps. Iqtiran between ma'na al-majazi and ma'na al-haqiqi, and iqtiran between ma'na al-haqiqi and lafz. Metaphorical meaning and real meaning and the term. So it's weaker. ومع اقتران اللفظ بالقرينة على المعنى المجازي, when our term is accompanied with or by evidence for metaphorical sense, like I saw the lion in the park, I saw the lion in the hammam, public bath. When it is connected with that qarina, تصبح هذه الصلاحية فعلية. This qualification becomes actual. So you can use the term in ma'na al-majazi potentially, but if this wants to become actual, you need qarina. ويكون اللفظ ضالا فعلا على المعنى المجازي. Then the term indicates actually metaphorical meaning. وَأَمَّا فِي حَالَةِ عَدَمِ وُجُودِ الْقَرِينَةِ. If there is no evidence, there is nothing additional, you just hear Asad. I saw Asad, I want to visit, for example, a place in which there is Asad, for example, lion, there is no additional evidence to mean something else, you take it as lion. أما في حالة عدم وجود القرينة فالذي ينسبق إلى الذهن من اللفظ تصور المعنى الموضوع له. When there is no qarina, no evidence, the thing that precedes to our mind when we hear the term is the conception of the meaning for which the term is designated. Yansabiqu means this comes quickly to your mind. Inshallah, when we talk about tabadur, you remember there are few alamatul haqiqah. One of them was tabadur. What is tabadur? Inshallah, we talk about it. As soon as you hear the term, a meaning first comes to your mind before other meanings. Yansabiqu. Sabaq means musabiqah, competition. Sabqa means to proceed. So, when there is no additional evidence, the thing that precedes to our mind from the term is tasawwur al-ma'na al-mawdu' lah, is the concept of the meaning which is the meaning for which the term is designated, al-ma'na al-haqiqi. وَمِنْ هُنَا يُقَالُ, and this is why it is said, إِنَّ ظُهُورَ الْكَلَامِ في مرحلة المدلول التصوري يتعلق بالمعنى الموضوع له دائما. They say the word kalam, speech, in the stage of madlul tasawwuri. You remember madlul tasawwuri, madlul tasdiqi. Madlul tasawwuri is something that comes to your mind no matter who says it. What is that? That is the meaning for which the term is designated. That is mawdu'ullah, that is haqiqi. يَتَعَلَّقُ بِالْمَعْنَى الْمَوْضُوعِ لَهْ دَائِمًا. Madlul tasawwuri is mawdu'ullah. Is the same meaning for which the term is designated. The original meaning. The literal meaning. The original, the literal, the real, the true meaning, whatever you call it. بِمَعْنَى أَنَّهُ هُوَ الَّذِي تَأْتِي صُورَتُهُ إِلَى الذِّهْنِ. That is the meaning that its image comes to our mind بمجرد سماع اللفظ, as soon as we hear the term. دون المعنى المجازي, not the metaphorical meaning. When you hear lion, that animal comes to your mind, not brave person. وما ذكرناه من اكتساب اللفظ صلاحية الدلالة على المعنى المجازي لا يحتاج إلى وضع خاص وراء وضع اللفظ لمعناه الحقيقي. When we say that the term should be qualified to indicate, to refer to metaphorical sense, it doesn't mean that we need another designation. We only have one designation, and that is for ma'na al-haqiqi. The rest is just depending on the speaker. Actually, every poet, every writer, every speaker, sometimes they make their own metaphorical usage of the term. Sometimes something unheard. We don't need for every metaphorical meaning a new designation. If it was designated, it becomes haqiqi. So we have one designation, one haqiqi, then it can be used because of some similarity in metaphorical sense. So what we said about acquiring, the term acquires salahiyya, qualification for indicating metaphorical sense, does not need a specific, special designation beyond designation of the term for its real meaning. And this happens only إنما يحصل بسبب وضعه للمعنى الحقيقي. This اكتساب happens only after some stretching of that first designation. If you don't have two designation. اكتساب means to acquire. This only happens because بسبب وضعه وضع اللفظ للمعنى الحقيقي. وإنما الكلام في أنه هل يصح استعمال اللفظ في المعنى المجازي ما دام أصبح صالحا للدلالة عليه أو تتوقف صحته على وضع معين. The question is, does usage of the term in metaphorical sense, as long as it is qualified to indicate metaphorical sense, does it depend on having a specific designation? And if you say yes, وَعَلَى تَقْدِيرِ الْقَوْلِ بِالتَّوَقُّفِ, if you say yes, we need a special designation, لا بد من تصور الوضع المصحح للاستعمال المجازي بنحو يختلف عن الوضع للمعنى الحقيقي. If we say yes, we need another designation. This is a question. It's a question. We don't agree with this, but just he's raising the question. Do we need another designation? And if yes, then for conceiving that designation which validates metaphorical usage in the way that is different from designation from real meaning, do we need such a kind of imagination of second designation? وَإِلَّا لَنْقَلَبَ الْمَعْنَى الْمَجَازِ إِلَى حَقِيقِي. Otherwise, if you don't imagine that this is metaphorical designation, then it becomes haqiqi. Yeah? Because those who say, we don't believe of course this, but those who say that we need a special designation for metaphorical sense, they have to be explaining, if there is designation, why it is still metaphorical. So, for example, they have to bring the concept of levels. They have to say, in one level it is haqiqi, but if you go further, another level, it becomes majazi. So first we go for haqiqi, but we don't believe in this. We believe that there is no need for any extra vaz, any extra designation. One designation is enough. The rest is just your intervention by stretching. You stretch the term, yes.
One word has several intensities.
That's different. Then that is mushtarak al-lafzi. That's not majaz. Maybe one term is, for example, Zayd. This father has called his son Zayd. Another father has called his son Zayd. But these two Zayd, both of them are haqiqi. It's mushtarak al-lafzi. This is different from majaz. Majaz, we have one meaning. Maybe even if it is mushtarak al-lafzi, but each of them can be used in majazi sense. So some people have said that there is need for second designation, and then we have to understand how we make distinction between the two. وَإِلَّا لَنْقَلَبَ الْمَعْنَى الْمَجَازِ إِلَى حَقِيقِي وَهُوَ خُلْفٌ. They said that we need to understand this as majazi, otherwise majazi becomes haqiqi. و يحفظ or يحفظ الطولية. You can say يحفظ or يحفظ the speaker. الطولية بين الوضعين على نحو يفسر أسبقية المعنى الحقيقي or يفسر أسبقية المعنى الحقيقي إلى الذهن. So, if we say there are two vaz, two designations, we have to put them in order. That we say, okay, according to the first designation, this is the meaning. According to the second designation, this is the meaning. If you don't hear any additional evidence, go for the first meaning. If there is qarinah sarafah, go for the second meaning. They are not at the same level. Yeah? So if you hear the term al-mujarrad an al-qarina without evidence, then معنى الحقيقي comes to your mind. ذلك بأن يدعى مثلا وضع اللفظ المنضم إلى القرينة للمعنى المجازي. So they say Asad means lion, Asad في الحمام means رجل شجاع. فحيث لا قرينة تنحصر علاقة اللفظ بالمعنى الحقيقي. When there is no evidence, it would be only connected to real meaning, and there is no majaz to conflict with that. لا يزاحم does not conflict with it. Al-ma'na al-majazi, metaphorical sense, is not conflicting. But as-sahih, the right idea is we don't need additional wa'adh for majaz. عدم الاحتياج إلى وضع في المجاز لتصحيح الاستعمال. We don't need to have a designation for metaphorical sense so that we can correct or rectify this usage. لأنه إن أريد بصحة الاستعمال, if you mean by validity of using this in majaz, if you mean host beauty of it, can I say Asad and mean brave person? If it is a matter of finding it acceptable, beautiful, this doesn't need was. It's enough that there is a connection between lion and brave man. We don't need designation. If you mean husn in the sense of being beautiful. In urida bisihhat al-istimal, if by validity of usage of the term in metaphorical sense, if it is meant husnuhu, its beauty, فواضح أن كل لفظ له صلاحية الدلالة على معنى يحسن استعماله فيه وقصد تفهيمه به. Every term is good to be used in a meaning which is beautiful to be used, which is good to be used in that meaning, and to be intended to indicate and make other people understand it. واللفظ له هذه الصلاحية بالنسبة إلى المعنى المجازي, and every term with معنى المجازي which is suitable for it has this beauty, has this goodness that it can refer to that. فيصح استعماله فيه. So it's correct to use it in معنى المجازي. But if you want to say this معنى المجازي is what the founder of Arabic language or English language have made it, we don't need to say that this ma'na al-majazi is made by that person. As I said, it's actually, you can be very creative, very innovative. Yes, you can say this is in English as long as it functions within the boundaries of language, English language. Yeah? For example, you use that English term which have meanings and then you extend. You cannot use one term from English and then use it for ma'na al-majazi that is suitable to a meaning which is not ma'na al-haqiqi in English. Okay? So as long as ma'na al-haqiqi is English, then extension to majazi is also related to English language, but not in the sense that the wazi' has made this ma'na al-majazi. Yeah?
It has to be urf to have a relationship with it.
Yeah, but the role of urf is just to feel that there is connection. You know, you see, I can use, for example, lion for brave man, but I cannot use, for example, chicken for brave man. And this is not that much related to language. Actually, this is related to culture and, most of the time they are the same. Most of the time. Sometimes culture makes it difficult, but most of the time it's the same.
What means the original founder of the language?
واضح, yes, founder. إن أريد بصحة الاستعمال if by validity or correctness of usage it is meant that it can be attributed to the language that the speaker wants to speak, it is enough for this attribution that this usage is based on a qualification in the term that makes it capable of indicating the meaning which comes from designations in that language. So Asad in Arabic means that animal, or lion. So that is related to that language. If you use it for metaphorical sense and basis of that usage is the true meaning in that language, it's fine. This is enough to say it's related to English. You can say, I have used in English language the term lion in a metaphorical sense. That's it. You don't need more than this. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.